on a revenue reform package. We had a series of different town halls, and I did a presentation here on it at a much larger classroom. I will do that again just as soon as we get sort of the structure of what that bill is going to look like, and that's still being negotiated in a lot of different spaces with companies, with public employee groups together in the same room for the first time in a long time. So when I get clarity on how that's going to happen, I will definitely bring it back to you. I'm going to start.
I'm Kayla. I just was curious, kind of that revenue reform. Is there any idea on what exactly, if they get the budget to fund schools, what it's going to be spent on? Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't want to reiterate what was proposed in the last bill version, because I have no idea whether that's what they're contemplating or not yet. The benefit of being in the building altogether soon is I should get more details soon. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep on working my way back through this way.
I have a couple of related healthcare questions. One is your supporter of SB 1046, the Universal Healthcare Bill, which I thank you. And that is morphed now into, we're talking about legislative concepts, SB 1927. And I was wondering if you would be a co-sponsor of that. As I understand it, and Chris can probably set me straight here, you have until the beginning of the legislative session, thank you. When you can cross the assembly to co-sponsor a bill, legislative concept that's in there.
Yeah, it depends what kind of committee it goes into. But yes, generally while things are up right now, there's a little budget, or a little button, sorry, budget. There's a little button on OLIS specific to our office, because we got a different portal where I can just click and sign on. Makes it super easy, yay technology. So if you want to send me the bill number once it's been introduced, if it has been introduced, then we can take a look.
No, it hasn't been.
Hasn't yet?
I thought.
Well, I don't know if this is actually your Facebook page, but somebody's Facebook page I was looking at. No,
Not
it was
mine.
no, it was an email from Michael Dembro, but sort of constituent one, that he thought that the bills would be up yesterday, and they weren't.
They are now.
Okay.
They might have not been yesterday morning, but they were as of yesterday.
We can figure out what LC 1927 has turned into and send you that information, and we hope you will continue to co-sponsor that legislation. And relatedly, Senator Manning may be bringing a bill. We have to figure out if he's actually done this or not, but when in 2013 and then 2014, there was a study that was done, and it was initially not funded and then funded in the second year. And that bill had a bunch of definitions of what the health system Oregon needs, healthcare system, should look like. And the legislature passed it then. And he wants to bring a bill just to kind of make that freestanding and permanent. It's sunsetted with the funding of the study. So, so that's another HCAO. Kathy and I are both in Healthcare for All Oregon. So.
Yeah, Rob knows and I love splitting a Senate district because we work on different issues. Okay. And Rob is Vice Chair of Healthcare. I tell him to let me know what I need to sign on to, what's going to be good policy, and how I can help support him as he works through. But it's not uncommon for a bill to be introduced and there still be a lot of work to be done on it. So let me know what they and Andrea Salinas and Senator Manning are working on.
My related question was just on a concept for a bill that would make all of Oregon's health spending be transparent. So people could see what was being spent now, and we can make an argument for the fact that a universal health care system would not increase spending, but it was increasing taxes, it would just shift where the resources were
Okay.
coming from. And I was just, if that ever came to fruition, would you be supportive?
By the time
The
things
bill.
generally make it out of committee, they're in good enough form, that I'd be surprised if I didn't support it. But I end up working most closely on the things that are in my committees, so under the auspices of judiciary, I'll be working on criminal justice reform, some of the unanimous jury, some of the gun reforms, all of those bills will come through my committee. Less healthcare than judiciary, but let me know how it's shaping up, and
Right.
see how it can be helpful. Okay. And then go this way. Yes, and then I'll do, yep.
Great. Coming back to the climate change and the, I appreciate your comment that this is not the end all. This is not going to solve all of our climate issues. This is an important piece of the puzzle. We need to address agriculture and forestry as a next step, as a next measure. But coming back to this bill, one of the reasons that we're looking for a fairly steep decline, especially initially, is because, and also to limit the free allowances that are provided to industry and to utilities, is they all need incentives in order to take energy efficiency and process improvement measures that are actually cost effective, that they're not bothered to do now. They have no incentive to do that. And if they have 100% free allowances, they have no incentive to do anything. So that the benchmarks that are chosen and the limitations that need to be placed on the number of the free allowances, especially early on, so that they're proportional to what competitive disadvantage they might face, as opposed to just having a free lunch and not being able to do anything to reduce emissions, because there are a lot of cost-effective measures to reduce emissions that we would like to see them do, that would actually move them to a higher productivity and a better competitive position in the long run as other jurisdictions take on this type of legislation. So again, we'd like to see that steeper cap, and we'd like to see limitation on those emissions. And we're looking forward to next steps as well to address issues like incentives for people to buy electric vehicles that will help reduce their overall transportation costs or fuel costs, so that the impact of the bill will be lower on people who, especially disadvantaged people.
So I just want to clarify a couple things. California, the way that they structured free allowances, has been pretty specific. My understanding, and I should go back and read it so I can clarify in the next constituent coffee, is they gave direct allowances in perpetuity, and I'm not sure if they included those industries under the cap or not. Ours have been under previous versions of the bill. So this idea of a get out of jail free card doesn't exist in Oregon and won't exist under this bill. What it is allowing them to make the internal financial investment, because they're going to have to reduce emissions over time as well. They don't get to continue business as usual. And I just want to make that super clear. Because that is a significant point of frustration among some of our environmental justice organizations, because they think that it means that they're not going to have to change anything. And that's not true under Oregon's program, should we pass it. So we can follow up on it more, and especially once we have a bill out. But the idea is to give them a little bit more time to invest those dollars internally rather than having them run through the state.